Hey, what's up guys? Ryan here with Chirp. Thanks for taking a minute to watch this video. I'm going to jump in. This is going to be a very informal video. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to show you my exact funnel I've been using that we developed over the last couple of years. It is cranking and can do really well for just about any business. It's very simple concept. The funnel is so you don't need squeeze pages, landing pages. Everything is already pretty much set up for you as far as that side goes. The fortune really is in the follow-up, just like anything else. I'll show you how we automate that. So I'm gonna jump over. Like I said, it's gonna be really informal, so I may like jump in and out of some things, but I want to show you the very basic framework of the funnel, so you can get an idea of how it all works, and then I'll show you how we can talk about this fitting for your business. This is just so you know what I'm being serious here. This funnel is, we've done one ad with this funnel, and we've done one simple follow-up process. We've generated about 1.3 million. This is one account here that shows that. We have another account that has the difference there. We've done about, like I said, it's just one ad, one funnel, $1.3 million. It's fully automated all the way up to the point of sale. So we do have a phone sale, but it's a fully booked calendar. Okay, so what I mean by that is my sales guy only talks to people who have gone through the entire funnel and have booked a call. So he's not doing any cold outreach. He's not calling anybody that hasn't scheduled an appointment and just shown extreme interest. We filter them several different steps. Let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to switch screens here, so it's going to break here, but we'll jump in and I'll show you the exact funnel step by step. Okay, so step one, we use Facebook lead ads. Okay, if you're not familiar with Facebook lead ads, it's a very simple setup that Facebook is in. This is like way better than anything anybody's doing. I think it's the coolest thing ever. And if you've had bad experience with lead ads in the past, I can almost guarantee you it's because you didn't have a good follow-up system in place, because they work very, very well and they eliminate the whole need for a landing page and squeeze page funnel, right? So how it works is you set up an ad on Facebook, a lead generation ad, and then just like any other ad, it's going to look like any other ad, and it can be whatever your business offers. We go as simple as we can. Very short copy with just a compelling question. We don't try to do long copy and try to overwhelm people. It's just a very compelling question right here, and then a learn more button. We always use learn more. It's the least intimidating of all the button click options. Okay, so the difference between a lead ad and a normal ad is a normal ad, when they click learn more, it's going to take them to your website. A lead ad is going to just have a form pop up over Facebook with their information already filled out. Okay, so it's a squeeze page built into Facebook. Gets their name and email on default, but we add phone number in there as well and some other stuff I'm going to show you that's very important. So once they click learn more, the form is going to pop up with their name, phone number, and email, and all they have to do is hit submit. Okay, and then you can see here there's just going to say success. Your information has been set. You can customize this to have it say whatever you want. But the point is that they never have to leave Facebook. So there's a couple of benefits for that. The moment they hit learn more, they get the information's already there. It's already filled in, and so they don't have to fill it out themselves, and they hit submit. But another really big thing is Facebook gives priority to lead ads, because they really like that you're not sending their traffic to another page. They're staying on Facebook, which is ultimately what Facebook wants, right? They want people to stay on Facebook. So you end up getting your cost per lead extremely low. In fact, I've generated 125,000 leads through lead ads, and the average cost is around $1.45 to $1.65, somewhere in there. So compared to when I send the same traffic to a landing page, I get the leads at about $6 a lead, $3 to $6 a lead. Whereas with lead ads, I get my leads under $2. Okay. So once they've submitted, they push into our funnel. Now, before that, I want to show something. This is the most important part. Okay. Right here, we're going to get them to say, yes, you can text me. Okay. So, and we do that. We don't just want to put, now this is really important. We don't want to just put, can I text you? Because if you say, can I text you? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say no. Okay. So we make it a little more compelling. We'll say something like, yes, text me your inventory right now, or yes, text me the information, or yes, text me the coupon, or whatever it was you were offering in the ad. You're going to put that here. And so 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the opposite. They're going to say yes. In fact, we get about a 97% opt-in rate, 98% opt-in rate. So very few people say no to text if you word this correctly. Okay? That is the most important part, and that's probably the reason why, if you've done lead ads in the past, that's probably the reason why you haven't had success with them, and I'll show you how it works and why that's so effective. Okay, so you can see here the form already has their name, phone number, and email. If you're doing this funnel, email is not necessary. So if you want to take out email, you can. You can do just name, phone number, and this question right here. Okay. Okay, so that's step 1. The lead ad is done. We've started generating leads, right? And they're coming in. Okay, from there, we're going to use Zapier, and we're going to push it into our Chirp account. And Chirp is where we're going to build the follow-up text message funnel. Okay, this is where we're going to build the text to go out automatically, and then for follow-up texts after that. Okay, so you use Zapier to connect it to Chirp. It's just a simple process there. Now, the first text that goes out, now the moment the lead ad is submitted, it's very important that you have a text message go out right away. We're trying to connect with our leads the moment that they come in, and so the moment the lead ad is submitted, we're gonna have a text message go out right away, and it's gonna say, "Hey, such and such. Hey, first name. This is Ryan with X company. Here's that video I promised you," and then you're gonna have a link to the video. Now, this is only if you're sending a video. If you were like, let's say you're a dentist and you're doing free teeth whitening, that's where you'd send them the free teeth whitening coupon. You send them a text message that says like, "Hey, here's your coupon for free teeth whitening. Click here to schedule an appointment." They'd click the button and it would take them to an appointment, and then it would go that. So it can be modified for really any type of business. But the point is that we send them whatever we promised in the ad the moment that the lead comes in. Okay, so they get that. Okay, now from there, that is going to take them to a video. Okay. Now, if you're doing a webinar, this is the webinar funnel that we use. But again, just think of your business and modify it based on your needs. But if you're doing a webinar, what you want to do in that first text message is just send them a 1 to 2 minute video that invites them to the webinar. Okay, it should be just enough information to pique their interest, and it should invite them to watch the webinar. It should be very, just a short, compelling video that gets them excited enough. Because if you send them straight to the webinar, and it's like a 45-minute to 90-minute webinar, and they're not properly primed, they're not properly excited for the webinar, it's unlikely that they're going to be willing to click on a video that's 45 to 90 minutes long and watch it, okay? Or to register for a webinar that's expected to be that long. we do webinar replays, so we have the webinar pre-recorded, and we don't try to fool them into thinking that they're watching a live webinar. We just say, hey, this is a webinar recording, or we had a live webinar, and here's the recording of it, so that they can watch it on their own time. We found it to be way more effective to send them the recording than try to get them to drop certain things in their schedule to be at a webinar at a certain time. So we just say, here's the replay of the webinar, and that way maybe they're at work or they're doing something and they can't watch it right that minute, they can come back to it later that day. Okay, so the webinar should be 45 to 90 minutes depending on what you are offering, what you're pitching. At the end, this is our process, but you can do it however, whatever your product is or whatever you're selling could call for a different call to action. Like you may try to close on the webinar depending on the price or whatever it is. In our particular situation, we try to get, the point of the webinar is to get them to schedule an appointment. So at the end of the appointment, they text in a keyword to the phone number that we've been texting them from. That keyword causes a reaction in the system to send a text message with a link to the calendar, okay? And then they schedule right there on the calendar. So, and then from there, calendar fills up, and depending on your situation, if it's you or if you have a salesperson, they're going to call and close the deal, okay? Now that is the basic structure of the funnel. Now notice here I didn't use any landing pages. I didn't use anything other than just text message with links to the videos and links to the scheduled appointment page. That's it. You don't need you don't need a website that goes through those steps, because everything's done through text message. It's a very simple process, but if you don't do it just right, or if you don't follow that that process, stay in communication with them through text, you kind of lose the magic of it, because texting is, think of it like this, right? You have a million, your contact is being hit from all different directions constantly, right? Always getting marketing stuff, Facebook, email, all kinds of different, commercials on TV, YouTube. They're getting nailed, right? So imagine they're in a room with like 100 people all yelling at them, hey, this is my thing, do this, do that, do this, right? The only way you can get their attention is, well, I don't say the only way, but this is what we found to be extremely effective, is to text message them. And what that's like is you're in the room with those other 100 people, and when you text them, it's like you're basically putting your arm around them, walking them out of the room and closing the door, and having a conversation with them outside of all that noise while everybody's out there, struggling to get people's attention. You're moving them into another room and having a direct one-to-one conversation with them. So it's very, very effective. Now, once they've gone through this process, if they don't schedule the call or they haven't watched the webinar, we're going to hit them. We're going to follow up with them over a period of time, usually up to 14 days. Sometimes we'll go out to 30 days with different text messages. Now, these are not necessarily just, hey, did you watch the webinar? Hey, we're sending more information so they can continue to be nurtured. If you're familiar with email marketing, that's what you're doing, right? You're sending out more information so that they can become familiar with you and comfortable with who you are and with your product, and then they're going to go through the process. We're doing the same thing, but we're doing the text messaging. So on each of these days that we're sending out, we're going to send out maybe a testimonial. We're going to send out a video to a certain, maybe a certain feature or a certain benefit of your product, okay? And we're just going to slowly drip on them information until, and then each point when they go, let's say it's a video of a testimonial, when they watch the testimonial, there'll be a button that invites them back to the webinar, okay? So we're always going to invite them back to watch the webinar. And then once they've watched the webinar, they schedule the appointment, and then they get pushed into a sales call, and that's where we close the deal. So I I'm not gonna insult your intelligence by putting you through all of that right now. You're a marketer, you're a business owner, and you understand how this stuff works. I do, however, want to do a call with you if you want to discuss this strategy. If you need a new lead strategy in your business and you want to have a flood of leads coming in, I generate about 150 to 200 leads a day with this exact process, and I can help you develop a strategy for your business. So if you want to discuss that, it's a free strategy call. I'll go over how to set up this funnel for your business. We'll talk about how you could set up the ad and if tweaking it for your particular business. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to talk with me, click the button below and schedule a call. And let's talk. I'll go over your business. I'll go over the different strategies. I'll go over the key thing is to go over that first part, what the ad should be, and then the immediate follow-up. That's the most important part. The first text message to go out. We're having a lot of success with a lot of different niches, but for some examples like real estate, we do real estate ads for buyers and sellers. They click on the ad and then they immediately get a text message with the inventory of the homes. Dentists, like I said, teeth whitening is a really good one, or teeth cleaning to get people in the door and scheduled appointments. There's a lot of different strategies, but I'd love to chat with you about it. So click the button below, schedule an appointment, and we'll. There's no obligation. There's nothing. There's no fee or anything like that. We'll just discuss the different strategies and go over it. So click the button below and let's chat.